Alright, is it recording? It's recording. Okay, so I'm going to be doing some tutorial videos, and first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the project. I've already planned my project, but to make one you'd go new single user project, project name, where you want to save it, then finish. So I've just got mine right here, Inventor Tutorials. So first part I'm going to make is the end plate. Just going to get started right in. So the first extrusion I'm going to do is just a simple box. So I just click the box button up here because that'll go faster. And I'm going to do everything on this XY plane. Just bare metal best practices. So because I did box, it knows I'm going to do a box. So before I even click and put down my box, this is a center point box, by the way, or rectangle, and which it automatically selects if you choose to do a box. So before I click, you can see that it's highlighted the dimension. So if I just type in what I want, so this is 4 inches, it'll automatically put that in. If I press tab, it'll go to the next field. I can put another 4 and enter, and it automatically dimensions it, you can see. So this box is 1/2 inch wide, and I'm going to extrude it symmetrically. That way, because the sketch was on the XY plane, I've already got a mid-plane built in, and that'll be useful if I need to mirror or reflect things. Or, well, I don't know. I guess I've really only used it for mirroring things, but that way you don't have to put it in a midpoint, or a mid-plane, which is very nice. Again, that's not super critical, but just bare metal best practices. So next I'm going to do a couple of holes here. So there are lots of ways I can do this. Probably the fastest, cleanest way I could think of is I'm going to do an offset here, and 1/2 inch is the offset. And now I can just put a point at each of these corners. So now I've got each of these points added in at a 1/2 inch, or added in a 1/2 inch from each side, which is what the dimensions of those holes need to be. Then I can put in the diameter of the holes here with the hole function, and it automatically selects those points. If I wanted to unselect one of them, I could press Control and then click, or just click again to add it back. And so that's what I want for those holes, and shabam, got those 4 holes there. Next I'm going to add in the center hole. I'm going to do a circle right here and dimension it with 1 inch diameter as per the drawing, and I'm just going to extrude that, just showing another way how I can extrude, or just showing another way how I can make holes. So I've selected it extends through all, and that automatically usually goes down to cut, but sometimes it might get stuck on a join, so you might have to manually go back down to cut, but that makes it cut through everything in this part as per that sketch. And now I'm going to add in these circles, these holes that go around this way. I'm going to do yet another way to do those. So I'm going to do a point here. No, I'm not. That was a joke. I'm going to do a circle here. And my diameter here is 0.19. I'm going to horizontally constrain it there. There we go. So you can see now, oh, no, I didn't constrain it. Let me try that again. There we go. So now you can see it'll stay horizontal with this point, the center of this circle to that point. And now I can dimension this. So it says that these circles are on a larger circle of 1.65. So inch diameter, 1.625. So if I divide that by 2, it'll give me that radius, which is what I need right there. And you can see I just typed in the divide by 2 in Inventor, and it did it for me, which is very nice. Then I'm going to go through and extrude through all. Okay, so I've got 1 circle there, but now I need the other 3. What I'm going to do is a circular pattern around here. I want 4 holes around all 360 degrees. You can see, like, if I make this 6, it'll do 6 holes about all 360 degrees. Whereas if I do 90 degrees, then it'll put 4 holes evenly spaced about 90 degrees. But I want 4 about 360, and there we go. That just copies that. Now the reason why I did this circular pattern here instead of, I'm just going to go and suppress that, instead of here on this sketch, is because, well, it does accomplish the same thing. In fact, I've pretty much got the exact same little box here. And I can go through and edit this feature to select these holes being extruded as well. While that is great and does the same thing, and I don't have to have another feature here, it's much harder to go through and edit this. As you can see, I can't actually edit that, and I can't edit how many holes are here, so I'm just going to Control Z through all of this. Because if I do it here as its own separate feature, then I can go through and edit. I can go through and say, okay, actually I want 6, or actually I want them only about half a circle, or 180 degrees. So that's why I prefer to do features that are patterns. It's the same thing with a rectangular pattern, by the way. But I showed you how to do those holes in 3 different ways, by doing points and then the hole function, just an extrusion, and then extrusion with a pattern. So that's it for this video. In the next video, I'm going to go on to doing the disk. Oh, also, don't forget to save and use nice naming conventions. Naming conventions are nice. And that's it for this video.